Show, coming at you with over 50,000 watts of power. The Shaw Pirelli Law Show, where all your views matter.
Hello everybody. Assalamualaikum, Sastakal, Namaskar to all the listeners. This is Attorney Shah Pirelli for the Shah Pirelli Law Show, and today is September 20th, 2018, and we are live, and I have Michael on the board with me, and we're going to talk, of course, about immigration law and also some debt settlement, but mainly about immigration law. Before I start, anything I'm going to tell you today is for educational purposes only. You should not act or refrain to act solely on the information provided. You should contact an attorney if you have any questions. So, ladies and gentlemen, first, the news is, if you look about the Visa Bulletin 2018, one thing that now is coming out is that the uscis is using the Chart B, that means the filing date, instead of the regular processing date, which makes it better, actually, in terms of filing your case. So look at it. It's on the USCIS website, and this is very interesting because, for example, you see EB3 based on that goes to October 2009, if I'm not mistaken, and this is a really kind of it's a departure from what they used to do, but this is what it was meant to be. If you look at it, in the past, for 5 months, the USCIS actually, when it started in 2015, I think for five times or 5 months, I forgot, they went ahead and they agreed to use that chart that was placed in the Obama time, and after so long now, they did that again, which is good because that allows people to file for their adjustment of status, for example, for EB1, 2017, etc., etc. So it's not the Chart A, which is the lower time; it's the higher time. So this is interesting, and we hope that will actually get a lot of people to file for their adjustment of status, or for those National Visa Center processing, the case will be processed faster. So if you need any help with that, please give us a call, 510-742-5887, the website to check, attorneyonair.com. And also, for today, if you want to call, the studio lines are open, 510-657-1170, 510-657-1170, and Michael will let me know if we have any callers. So basically, the Visa Bulletin is an interesting thing because at the end of the day, we saw a big leap, as I was mentioning last week, and now seeing the going on Chart 2 is another good progress, although it could have been better, because if you look at India for EB1, if you look at Chart 1, it goes to the processing chart is 2016 June 1st, but if you look at Chart B, which is the filing time, it is October 1st, 2017, which gives us something better for those who are filing EB1 instead of staying hanging there and without nothing. So as for the chart for the EB2 India, we are talking about May 22, 2009, and for 3, the best is that it is not January 2009, but October 2009. These are very interesting, and it kind of brings also a lot of other countries also current, which is good. So I hope people will take advantage of that, and if they need help again for your adjustment of status, please give us a call, 510-742-5887. I think we have one caller, Michael. Go ahead. Hello, you're live on air.
Hi, Shah. Good morning.
Good morning, sir. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing well.
So, hi, Shah. I have a couple of questions on green card processing timelines. So basically, I have applied 14 months back, and my interview was done 5 months back. So basically, I see some timelines in the EGO website, like 10 months to 43 months. So what is the general expectation? When can I expect processing is done?
What is your priority date?
It is 2006.
2006 and EB3, EB2?
EB2.
EB2. 2006, and you already did your interview. So you're already out of the regular timeline because you're processing March 2009. You might be stuck for maybe background check, so it's going to be hard to tell because a background check can take a long time. If that's the case, it might take, sometimes it can take up to 1 or 2 years, unfortunately.
So what when I raised the service request on June this year, what they said is we are actively processing your case and we can't promise any timeline is what they said.
Okay. What I would recommend is go check with a congressperson. Go online, type find my congressman, put your zip code, see if a congressman can actually get some more information because they have a direct liaison with the USCIS. They might be able to get some more information or might even unclog the case. So try to do that. That's your first step, and let's see what happens. Okay?
Okay. And the second question is on the my interview is done, as I said, green card interview is done. So basically, if I right now take a full-time position based on the EAD, green card EAD, a different job, so would that be risky or is it generally? I mean, because based on the timeline that is going on, and is it going to be something?
It's very hard to tell because we don't. You can still do AC-21, basically same or similar position, and move there, file your supplement J, etc. But I don't recommend doing it right now because you're close to getting it. However, if you want me to kind of look into the details of the case, then give me a call at the office. We can do a consultation because it's very hard to tell if it is. I'm recommending people not to move unless it's necessary. I used to tell them don't worry about it, but now things are getting a little bit tough. Especially your case is stuck. I would recommend not doing any move unless you're sure and you do an assessment on that. So give me a call. We can do an assessment because I have to look at the labor certification, look at your position you're moving to, etc., etc. Okay?
Okay, sure.
You cannot just move to any position because otherwise you'll have an issue on AC-21 because you need to meet the requirements of 180 days and same or similar position. Okay?
Yeah, even during the interview they said 90 days. If you don't hear in 90 days from us, just contact us is what they said. But when I raise a service request after 90 days, then
you can go there, do an info pass appointment, which is now the appointment first, and then contact a congressman and see what's happening. They always say that, but if it is a background check, it's sometimes beyond their own, they don't have really control because the background check is done by different agencies like FBI, etc. So can
I raise a service request again, Nasha?
If you just raise one, you might not be able to do a second one right now. What I recommend is going there, getting an appointment, and also contacting your congressman. Okay? Right.
Okay, so appointment with congressman is what you're saying, right?
Yes, and plus you can also do a in-person field
info pass.
Info pass, yes. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Good luck to you. Let me take another caller. This is Shah. You're live on air. Is this Ravi?
Hello, Mr. Shah. I have a quick question.
Yes, sir.
So my question is regarding, given the current situation of the H-1B transfer, say I have got two offers, one from employee A, another from employee B. And I'm planning to join with employee A with acknowledgement receipt because I am under some circumstances to leave the company as soon as possible. Then I'm thinking that afterwards, tell company B that, hey, I will join only after, the visa is approved, because since I have no idea if the visa transfer will go smoothly for employee A. So my question here is say if anything happens with the employee A, can I switch to employee B during this process, since both of them will be applying at the same time?
Yes, you can, as long as it is applied before your I-94 is terminated with, let's say, the original company where you're moving from. Let's call it Company X. So as long as it is pending, it was filed timely, both, and then one, you can elect which one you want to go with. So if one doesn't work out, you can always move to the other one. Because basically what you're doing, you're moving from X to A and X to B. So yes, you can do that.
Okay. So say my actually current visa is valid sometime, say, April in 2020. So that means my I-94 is valid, right? Because I do not have a visa stamping.
No.
My visa stamping has expired.
No. If you leave X, let's say main company, and they cancel that, you no longer have this. What you have is called a period of authorized stay, while the transfer with A and B are pending. Because the 2020 is valid only if main company where you're coming from keeps it alive. If they cancel it, then you're done. You cannot rely on that. Okay? So,
okay. Yeah. So by I-94, you are referring to the visa stamping, right?
I cannot do it too long right now. I have too many people waiting. But give me a
Sure.
But in general, you cannot rely on that previous I-94 if you leave the company or they terminate it. If they don't terminate it, yes, you can use it maybe later. But even that is very tricky. But if it is terminated, then you cannot rely on that. You can only rely on the transfer that you have with A and B. And that is not a status. It's called a period of authorized stay. You can jump from one to the other, but you have to be careful, because if you cannot kind of count on the previous one. Okay? Let me take another call, and then give me a call if you want me to analyze further, because this is getting too detailed. It's very hard to do it.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Good luck to you. Let me take another caller. This is Shapra, you're live on air. Is it Vishwanath?
Hello, Mr. Shah.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Their voice is very low today.
Can you hear me now? Sorry.
Yeah, it's a low, but that's fine. So, is the green card now once the package becomes current, is the interview must now, or it's case by case?
It all depends. It's case by case, I think, because some people are getting it without an interview. But then cases that were filed
EV to India,
I think. Is it only for India? No, it's for everybody. Random check is for everybody. But
can I take the call offline, because I cannot hear you?
Yes, please.
Let me put on the radio on.
Yeah, that will be easier. Okay. Yes. So to answer Vishwanath, this is a very good question. Are the interviews for everybody? Well, technically for those who file, I think after March, they are having an interview. It's not really happening for everybody. But even then, we are seeing some cases they are not calling for an interview. So I think what they're doing, they're picking and choosing who they want to ask. So, but since they say they will ask for an interview pretty much in every case, we have to be ready for it. Doesn't mean it's going to happen, but it's better to be prepared than sorry. So that's pretty much the answer, how things are working out right now. So I hope that answers you, Vishwanath. And for those, just to let people know, this is not a consultation that I'm doing on the radio. It's informational, like I said at the beginning. So it's very hard to analyze a case unless it's in general. So giving me dates and things like that might not be helpful unless you do a full consultation. But I'll try my best to give you at least a quick answer. So please bear with me, because if I tell you something on the radio and you rely on it and then you get in trouble, that's not a good idea, because what I'm giving you here is a really quick answer to kind of guide you. So be careful on that. I just wanted to let people know, because anything I'm telling you today is informational in nature. you should not act or refrain to act solely on the information provided. And if you want a real answer, give us a call, 510-742-5887. As much as I can, I try to give you as much information, but oftentimes when you have a lot of facts, it's very difficult to analyze in 2 minutes. So let me take another caller, Michael. This are you alive in air? Hello? Hello? Is this Sandeep? Hello? I think I lost the caller. So you can still call. The number to the studio is 510-657-1170. Is it Sandeep? Hello? Hello? Okay. I think I lost the caller, Michael. So for those who want to call, like I said, 510-657-1170. And we are talking, of course, about immigration law. And again, what I'm telling you today is purely educational in nature. So unfortunately now it has become so complicated that giving general answers sometimes doesn't work anymore. Every case is becoming so different, and we are seeing those very often. Like you have two similar cases, and when you file them, you get two different outcomes, and a lot of people will testify to that. And also now we are seeing things, the denial rate, of course, is getting higher, and that is not only now with consulting companies or things like that. Pretty much everybody is kind of getting this situation. So for those who want to call us and want a detailed analysis, please give us a call at the office, 510-742-5887. You can schedule an appointment, a phone consultation with me or an attorney in the office. So we were talking, of course, about this visa bulletin. It's kind of some good news in all this troublesome time. I don't know. Some people think it's a mistake. I was thinking in the beginning it's a mistake, but I don't think so. I think it's genuine, and that means you will be able to file for your case. That doesn't mean you're going to get the green card, but you will at least be able to file the adjustment of status, the EAD, and also the advanced parole, which at least will give you a chance to be no longer that dependent on the situation. I think we have more callers, right, Michael? This is Shapra. Hello.
Hello. Hi.
Hi. Hi.
Hi. This is Preeti calling.
Hi, Preeti.
Yeah. Hi. So I just had a question regarding my H1. I am currently with a company and I'm working. I'm in my H4 EAD, and I have a H1 which whose I-797 is getting expired in January 2019. So after this expired, it is not stamped yet. So if I move to a new company in March, probably by next year, will I be able to use the same H1 without getting stamped? Like, will I be able to, to carry forward this H1 to the new company, or I need to get it stamped?
Okay, that's a good question. You are on H4 right now, and you are cap exempt on H1 because you had an H1. So that means if you want to revive the H1, all you will have to do is to file an extension on the H1 or a transfer to another company. How many years you use your H1?
Pardon? Could you please repeat the last one?
How many years you want to on the H1?
How many years you want?
How many years you use your H1?
I haven't even used it yet. It's a new H1.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you should be able to get back on it, but you have to be careful if you transfer it because there are some other implications there, including they will ask you a question, how come you never use it, etc. But you are cap exempt. That means you don't have to leave the country or get it stamped. The only problem is that you cannot start working on the H1 until it's approved. So hopefully you will still be on the H4 EAD, and the H4 EAD will merge on the H1. So you just have to do it properly and it will be fine, okay?
Okay. So just that my H1 is already approved, but the I-797 is
for a specific company, a specific rule. So if you want to go with the same company, you might be okay. But if you change company, they might question you if the original H1 was genuine, etc. Because you never used it really. So it's just a practical issue. It's not a legal issue. But give me, we have some other people waiting, so I have to take the callers. But give me a call at the office, and I can tell you how to do it. 510.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. This is Shapra. You're live on air.
Hello.
Hello. Hi. This is Shah.
Hi, Mr. Shapra.
Yes. How are you? Go ahead. I'm listening to you.
I can't hear your voice. Hello.
Can you hear me now?
A little better.
Okay. Go ahead.
Question about my parents. They had the green card. They went back to India 3 years ago. And then my dad got terminally sick, and he didn't make it. He passed away last year.
Okay. Sorry to hear.
Then after that, we tried to go to the embassy and try to get the renewal. We applied through DS-117. And they said DS-117 is invalid.
Yeah. SB1. Did you try SB1?
It was a DS-117. But what is SD1?
SB1 is basically kind of reviving the green card and show extraordinary circumstances so that you show that your mom didn't abandon it. But 3 years later, unless you prove there's some kind of emergency, because if your dad passed away, then they might say, well, once he passed away, why you didn't come back, etc. So the other option is to refile the case and refile the green card for them. But they have to first give up, she has to first give up your mom, right? So she has to give up the old one, and then we'll refile a new case for her. Because right now, first try SB1, go and try to validate the visa there with the U.S. Embassy, if they can, showing extraordinary circumstances because your dad passed away, etc. If they don't agree, then you have to give it up and try to file under a new green card for her. Okay?
So there will be a new application all over again?
Yes, the whole thing, yeah. Yeah, that's the unfortunate part with the green card. Okay?
Thanks for your help.
You're welcome. Let me take another caller. This is Sharp Avenue. Hello?
Hello, sir.
Yes, sir.
This is Sunil. I have a question related to applying for citizenship. I have a green card. Is it a good time to apply for citizenship if I'm eligible? Basically, I'm eligible now, so I don't know what consequences will happen.
Well, nothing is a good time to apply right now, but you're better off if you get your citizenship. You're more protected, kind of, quote unquote. It all depends. I have a lot of clients who are still getting there. I just got one who got the oath interview yesterday, etc. So it's not like they are not getting it. People are still getting their citizenship. So unless you have some kind of criminal issues, background, etc., then I'm not recommending to take the citizenship. But apart from that, if you get a chance and there is no other problems, that you should get your citizenship. Yeah, the only thing is that it's getting delayed a lot. Most cases are taking almost 1 year to get now. But it is worth it because you are more protected in that. Okay?
Thank you, sir.
Good luck to you. So I don't know if I have more call or Michael, but I'm going to... hello, this is Shapra. You're live in here.
Hi, Mr. Shah. I have a question for you.
Yes, go ahead.
Oh, okay. So, how many parallel H-1B transfer is possible and what are the consequences?
That's $1 million question. Actually, there's no limitation on that, but the problem that we see when people do a lot of them, there tend to be inconsistencies in the H-1B content, and this is where people get trouble. For example, people file with different consulting company, and one put this kind of information, another one put another kind of information. And then at this point, it becomes, USCIS start getting irritated because they say which one is true or not. But if it is done properly with the exact information, there's no limitation. But I don't recommend people do too many because it creates definitely a confusion there. Maybe 1 or 2 is okay, but don't do more than that. But there's no real law on that. It's just practical in terms of
So yeah, obviously one or two, like two or three maximum, like is okay, right? And then when you say the proper information means proper job description and proper resume against it, is that so?
No, because you can have different jobs, right? One can offer you as computer engineer, one can be any kind of jobs. That's not where the problem lies. The problem lies is when they start putting like different resumes, different content and things like that, and this is where you see a lot of issues. So be very careful. Yeah,
but if the same resume goes with the three different jobs, will that be an issue?
No, but there might be other issues. Now anything is possible, just to let you know. But I have not seen any issues so far, as long as it's done properly and it's genuine.
Yeah, and then current timeline, the RFE phase is completely gone. They are not doing any RFE, or they are
no. What they say is that they will have the right not to issue RFE. That doesn't mean they will not issue RFE. But if the case is not complete, then they can just deny it. They don't have to issue an RFE. Okay?
Okay, I see. Okay, thank you.
Good luck to you.
Yeah,
let me take another call.
Bye.
This is Shah Pirali, you're live on air.
Yeah, hi Shah. My question is regarding amendment filing. So I'm planning to file an amendment for a different state, and if it is approved, how much time do I get to move to the new place? Is it I have to move immediately, or do I have some time?
No, you can elect where you want to stay, right? So basically, if you file with state A, you're with state A and you're planning to move to B, you file the amendment and you don't want to move there, you can still stay with A. So you pretty much can move. You cannot work on both states, but you can move a little bit later. But just be careful. I recommend not to wait too long once it's approved to move to the actual county or state you filed the amendment with, right? Hello?
I could barely hear you.
I'm so sorry. Okay, what happened when you file an amendment, the old H-1B is still good, so you can still stay on that H-1B, and when you move you can still move later on, but I don't recommend waiting too long after the amendment is approved. Did you hear me?
No, I think there's a lot of problem with the line. I just cannot hear it. I'll try to hear it on the radio.
Okay. I'll go ahead and answer that. So,
yeah, thank you.
So just to answer the question was, if someone files an amendment, when do they have to move to that new place? Well, they don't have to move to that new place, because as long as the previous H-1B is good, you're still in that state, you're fine. However, you cannot be working in two places at the same time, so you have to pick one ultimately. But let's say, for example, your amendment gets approved on January 1st, and you move on January 15th, it should not be a problem, because the amendment is good and the regular H-1B is good, so it is totally doable, okay? So let me take one last caller, Michael, and then we will be having to close early today, and I'll have Amit continue. This is Shapra, you're live. Hello?
Hello, I'm here.
Yes, sir. Go ahead. I'm listening to you.
Hello, hi, Shah. This is Rahul. I have a question on my H1 extension.
Yes, Rahul. Go ahead.
So I have an extension pending with uscis that was filed in June.
Hello?
Hello, Shah?
Yes, I think, hold on, Amit. I think I have someone else and it got merged. You give me 3 more minutes and you should be there. Hello?
Yeah.
I think I lost the previous caller. So I think I lost Rahul. Sorry, Rahul. So you can call the office, 510-742-5887. I'm going to close a little bit early today, and I'll have Amit continue the show. So I wanted to talk a little bit about debt settlement. This is another thing we're helping people with. If you have a debt, credit cards, second mortgages, or even a lawsuit against you and you owe money, we can negotiate those debts for you and bring it to a lower size of its value, and you pay that and you get out of this. So I recommend people, if they need help with that, give us a call also, 510-742-5887. We're getting a lot of people who are kind of moving out now because they don't feel comfortable here, maybe move to Canada or something, and they have some credit card loans, etc., and they want to clear that before they go, we can help you. We also have people staying here who have some kind of hardship. For example, they lost someone, they have addition to the family, etc., or lost a job. We can help you kind of negotiate those debts. It's not only credit cards. It can be not student loans, by the way. Sorry, it can be regular business loans, etc. And also, if you have on the second mortgage, depending how the house market is doing, Amit will be knowing better about this, but we might be able to negotiate those two for you. So check the blog yourdebtsettlementattorney.com, yourdebtsettlementattorney.com. And before I close today, I was talking about the visa bulletin. It seems like they're using Chart B, so take advantage of that if you need help. 510-742-5887. And there are many news happening in the immigration side. Unfortunately, today I had to cut off a little bit earlier because I have some stuff to do. But I will talk more about it. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/ShahPuraliLaw. And I try to put update at least once weekly or twice weekly on this. And I thank you all for listening. And anything, again, I'm telling you is for educational purposes only. You should not act or refrain to act solely on the information provided. You should contact an attorney if you have any questions. So I'll let Amit go ahead. Amit, I think you have today around 18 minutes or so. Please talk a little bit about debt settlement for me.